Hello, my name is Benedict Ofo, a researcher in the laboratory of Professor Lizel Piata, Department of Biochemistry, University of Johannesburg, South Africa. I will be speaking to you about plant defense and crop security. I will demonstrate this video using this Arabidopsis thaliana model plant. Why do we choose Arabidopsis? You can see this is our plant room. It is modeled in a way that we mimic, or we can regulate the temperature here. The dark and light reaction for photosynthesis is regulated to make sure that these plants are grown under controlled condition. We select Arabidopsis plant because it has a very small genome and it has been completely sequenced. And the life cycle for this Arabidopsis plant is very, very small. So we can manipulate the genome, the genes for research purposes. As of March 2020, United Nations estimated world population to be around 7.8 billion people. And it has been projected to reach around 9.7 billion people by the year 2050. The question remains, how prepared is the world? How are we prepared for this exponential growth of population that awaits us in terms of crop production and agro products? Are we ready? We know that we cannot do without food. We eat rice, we eat beans, we eat yam every day. We rely on drinking fruit juice, we drink coffee, we drink wine, we also even drink beer. You know what I'm saying? Drink beer. Okay. So most of our clothing, our shoes, beds are made from plants. I'm not even talking about our creams, I'm not even talking about our soap, is it our perfumes, is it fuels? I'm not even talking about medicine. Recently, a COVID organic remedy was produced in Madagascar for coronavirus. You will agree with me that plant and agriculture is the future. The government should inject more funding into plant research moving forward. Let's go to the real business. You see, plants cannot run, they cannot hide when they are attacked by microbial pathogens. They are not like us. If you say, Ben, you are going to kill me, I am going to run away. Plant can't run. Plant uses the protective layer, such as cuticle, lignin, to protect themselves. Some pathogens have a way of evading this protective layer or this preformed metabolic chemicals. They have a way of evading them, and then when they evade them, there is what is called pattern recognition receptors in the plasma membrane of the plant that recognizes these pathogenic maps. Plasma membrane controls what goes inside the cell or what comes out of the cell. So now when they receive these pathogenic maps, they give signal, what is called signal transduction, to inside the plant. Say, guys, there is danger here. So what happens is that the plant will induce a primary defense response called MAP-triggered immunity, MTI. So this MTI is characterized by increase of reactive oxygen species level, MAP kinase activation, influx of calcium into the cytosol, induction of defense genes, among others. So now what happens is that now, if this defense response is induced, the pathogens is in trouble. But now some pathogens are very tricky in a way that they shut down this primary defense response by secreting what is called effector molecules using their type 3 secretion system. So now what happens is that these effector molecules, they secrete. Plant also adjust itself. They have a way of plant has another plan now. So plant has another cytosolic receptor called nucleotide binding site leucine rich repeat that receives, or can I say interacts with these effector molecules and then induces a secondary defense response called effector triggered immunity, ETI. So you can remember now there was a primary immunity, the pathogen subdued that, plant makes the secondary one called effector triggered immunity. This one is associated with programmed cell death. I will tell you that in nature, this is what happens between plants and pathogens. Pathogens is trying to kill the plant. Plant is fighting for its life. And it continues and continues and continues. A lot of studies have shown identification of several pathogenic MAMPs and their receptors. But there's this particular lipopolysaccharide MAMP from bacteria. This MAMP's pattern recognition receptor is not known, it's elusive. There's controversy. So here, we are interested in my project. Part of my project is to use proteomic technique to try to identify receptor or receptor complex for this LPS MAMP. So we use Arabidopsis plant. What we usually do, we just plant the seed of Arabidopsis, let it grow in our lab. Within 6 to 8 weeks, we treat the Arabidopsis with pathogen or microbial MAMPs, and then within 24 hours, we harvest the leaves, we extract the proteins from the leaves, and then we analyze it using what is called LC-MS, liquid chromatography mass spec. So our result, we anticipate that this study will help in the generation of transgenic plants that will be more resistant to microbial pathogens. By so doing, there will be an improvement in crop yield and intensify global food security. If you want to learn more, if you want to know more about how plants defend themselves, plant immunity, we have a recent article published in April this year. I will put the link under this video. You can go and check it out, read it up, and see how does plants manage to survive against these attacks. This biotic, even there are a lot of abiotic attacks to plants. It's very important to know that plants also have DNAs, they have proteins, they have metabolites, they have most of the things we have. It's important for us to also know these things. So feel free to like this video, drop your comment, ask questions. You can subscribe to this channel if you want to see more of us. Thank you.